Welcome, dear viewers. In this analysis, we'll take a deep look into the latest developments in Turkish Sherbeti, a series that continues to surprise, shock and divide its audience with every new episode. While some fans feel the story has reached its natural limit, many others insist they never want it to come to an end. Today, we'll delve into the most dramatic shifts, the losses that have shaken the characters, and the uncertain path that now lies ahead for the Ünal family. Get ready, what follows promises to be as intense as it is revealing. In the upcoming episode of Turkish Sherbeti, the story reaches a turning point from which there will be no return. Although many viewers had hoped for a refreshed storyline with Pem's comeback, the truth is that most of the main cast is already gone. Because of this, those who believe the show should end with dignity rather than continue with new faces and repeated plotlines may not be entirely wrong. Still, if you're among the fans who feel Turkish Sherbeti should never conclude, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If this analysis reaches 500 likes, I'll immediately begin preparing a second one. The new chapter will be shaped by deep sorrow, as Doğa and Aysel's stories take a tragic turn that will impact both the family and the overall direction of the series. While the bodies of Mustafa and Aysel will be recovered, it appears that nothing definitive will be found regarding Doğa's fate. This lack of evidence will create a shroud of mystery around her disappearance. Comments such as "the sea swallowed Doğa" will lead many to wonder whether she might still be alive, triggering a wave of uncertainty in which even the slightest sign will plunge the Ünal family into turmoil. Aysel's death, moreover, will be presented as a direct consequence of Mustafa's past mistakes. After Aysel, who later became Abdullah's new wife, killed Pem, Mustafa allowed vengeance to consume him, setting off a chain of events that ultimately resulted in his own demise. The fact that the two now share the same tragic ending will completely disrupt the family's balance. Yet, despite Mustafa and Aysel being permanently written out of the show, Doğa's situation will remain unresolved. Though the likelihood of her death is extremely high, the writers seem to have deliberately left a narrow possibility for her eventual return. Nursema will be shattered by the news of her brother's death, while Fatih, who never appreciated Doğa during her life, will break down upon realizing that even her body cannot be found. His grief will push him to search for someone to blame, and his anger will first fall on Abdullah. In Fatih's eyes, everything that happened, Mustafa's descent into darkness and Pem's murder, stems from his father's decisions, increasing the tension within the family. There will be no comfort for Fatih. He will be forced to confront the loss of his brother and the probable death of Doğa, who had been one of the most supportive people in his life. This accumulation of tragedies will symbolize not just his emotional collapse but also the complete disintegration of the family unit. Both Nursema and Fatih, who still carried the deep wounds of losing Pem, will reach a breaking point after Mustafa's death and Doğa's disappearance. They will eventually come to believe that Abdullah's choices led them toward destruction, and the confrontations with him will become unavoidable. Old scars will resurface, and the two siblings will openly express that they no longer wish to maintain a relationship with their father. From that moment on, nothing will remain the same. The family will be fractured, bonds destroyed, and the characters will find themselves entering a dark and fragile period. The next episode will revolve around these internal breaks, the accusations, and the accumulated pain, offering viewers one of the most emotionally intense experiences so far. However, despite this heavy dramatic atmosphere, it's clear that the series no longer carries the excitement it once did. The absence of key figures such as Olev, Görkem, Pem, Doğa, Aysel, and Mustafa has transformed the essence of the show entirely. Each of them brought a unique energy that kept the narrative alive. Without them, the dynamic has weakened significantly. The newly introduced characters or the increased focus on remaining ones have been unable to fill the void, and the storyline has begun to recycle itself. The ratings reflect this decline as well. Tasakak Bu Deniz has emerged as the new Friday champion, attracting many viewers who once followed Turkish Sherbeti. The competition has grown stronger, and the series is struggling to regain its former strength. Plotlines have become stagnant, conflicts repetitive, and the emotional connection with the audience has noticeably faded. Social media engagement has also dropped considerably. All these factors have led many to believe that allowing the series to end naturally, without stretching the story until it loses its impact, would be the most reasonable choice. Ending it at the right time would preserve what Turkish Sherbeti represented in its earlier seasons. And now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you like the new characters? Do you think they can improve the ratings? What are your opinions on the show's current direction? I'll see you in the comments. Until next time.